bananas, OJ, plums, and bread at the grocery store. Edith's Dilemma Hotline, where every crisis deserves a second opinion. How can I help you?
My name's Kathy Jean.
Well, hi there, Kathy Jean.
My cousin just got a perm, and now she looks permanently surprised. Whoever gave her that perm needs to give her a refund. And every time I look at her, she reminds me of a chrysanthemum, and those were my grandma's favorite flowers. And all I want to do is cry, because my grandma has passed on. I don't know what to do, Edith.
Well, honey, this sounds like a dilemma for sure. And I know you love your cousin so much and you just don't want to hurt her feelings, but
Yeah.
sometimes people go overboard with these new hairstyles and they want to keep up with the latest trends. And sometimes it just turns out to look like a disaster right on top of their heads. And I know it's probably real difficult for you to say anything to her, but I think you need to break the news to her and let her know at least her new hairstyle makes you feel sad.
I just don't know how to hold back the tears.
I don't think there's a problem telling your cousin that her hair reminds you of your grandmother.
Yeah, well, we spend a lot of time together, so it's gonna be hard for me not to say something to her. She's gonna wonder why I have tears in my eyes.
I think maybe you could suggest some deep conditioning treatments or some hot oil treatments or something to calm down the curl.
It's really curly. She's gotta know it looks really bad.
Yes, honey, it's the 1980s. These perms are all the rage.
Yes, Edith, that's exactly the dilemma. She wanted to get on board with the latest trends, but go to the extreme. I think I know what I need to do. Thanks so much, Edith.
Well, thanks for calling Edith's Dilemma Hotline. When life gets complicated, Edith gets involved. You have a nice day, honey.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Kiwis, tangerines. I'm going to make myself a real good fruit salad. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be regular all week because last week was terrible. Edith's Dilemma Hotline. When life gets complicated, Edith gets involved. How can I help you?
Hi, this is Loretta.
Well, hi there, Loretta. How are you doing today, hon?
Boy, do I have a dilemma.
I hate to hear that, sweetheart.
It's about my boyfriend. We have been dating for a year and I really love him, but everything is always my fault no matter what. I cook a meal for him and he says, "You didn't cook that right. It tastes like garbage."
He sounds like one of those narcolepsies, one of those narcotics,
Narcissist.
That's the one. I've read a lot about these types of people. They'll tell you they love you and then degrade you all in the same moment, and you don't even know what's what. Confuse the heck out of you and think you've gone crazy, and they'll tell you that you're crazy too. But honey, just know you're not the crazy one in this relationship. You just got to ask yourself, is this relationship really serving me? Is this somebody I could see myself with in the future? Is this somebody I could be proud of? And if the answer is no, then you got your answer of what to do next. Well, if it were me, I'd put a little chili powder in his underwear. It'll just make him feel like the crazy one for feeling itchy downstairs.
Wow, Edith, you have been so helpful. I'm going to do some decision making and figure out what I need to do. And thanks for the chili powder tip. I think my boyfriend just bought some.
Thanks for calling Edith's Dilemma Hotline, where every crisis deserves a second opinion. You take care, sweetheart.
Bye.
Potatoes, tomatoes, mac and cheese, jelly, peanut butter. They say the grocery store is a good place to meet somebody, but I just really don't like going in there. I don't know how much this grocery bill is going to be, but it's going to be a lot. Edith's Dilemma Hotline. When life gets complicated, Edith gets involved. How can I help you?
Hi there.
Finally, a man. I haven't heard a man's voice in so long.
I don't know how I can tell my co-worker to stop bothering me around my desk at work. Plus, his cologne smells like pine cleaner mixed with a midlife crisis. And he talks and talks and talks about all his personal problems, and I don't want to hear it. Unless he just swings by my desk any time and sticks around and I can't get anything done. I wish he would stay outside. That's where he belongs, with that stinky cologne.
Well, this sounds like a dilemma for sure. I'm so glad you called. Well, first off, good job acknowledging how you're feeling around him. And you're admitting that he makes you kind of feel uncomfortable a little bit. You just got to give yourself some space, and you're going to have to tell him you got to get your work done, that you're at work for work, and you don't have time for chit-chatting at the desk, and that your desk time is your work time. And as far as that stinky cologne goes, that sounds like a midlife crisis for sure. You know, some people they just can't smell it anymore, so they put more and more and more on, and you're just going to have to tell him the cologne is too strong for shared air. If he wants to wear it, he can wear it outside. Tell me, what's your name, Sonny?
My name is Daryl.
I just love that name, Daryl. I love that name so much. If I had a boyfriend, I would hope his name would be Daryl. Well, I'm so glad you called today, Daryl. This is Edith's Dilemma Hotline. When life gets complicated, Edith gets involved. Where every crisis deserves a second opinion. Thanks for calling. Have a good day.
Goodbye.
Well, I think that was a productive chat on the phone, don't you? Got to talk to all kinds of people today.